May 2011, just after midnight. Dan Saunders stands at the window of a five-star hotel, watching police lights crawl across the street. His hands won't stop shaking. 4 months earlier, he was a broke bartender in a quiet Australian town. Then, he stumbled on an ATM glitch. Not a tiny error, but a loophole that opened at 1 a.m. sharp, letting him pull unlimited cash while the system went dark. He burned through $1.6 million on jets to Bali and champagne priced like cars. Now the sirens are getting closer. Someone's knocking. But how did an ordinary guy unlock endless money? And how long did he really think it would last? 4 months earlier. Wangaratta, Australia, a quiet town where streetlights flicker and the pubs close early. Dan Saunders, 29, pushes through the sticky door of the last call crowd, broke and unnoticed, except by the bartender waiting for his tip. Cash is low, patience thinner, and he's a little drunk. He wanders under the dim glow of street lamps, searching for an ATM just to scrape together enough for a cab home. At midnight, he slips his worn bank card into the machine. The screen flashes an odd error, balance unavailable at this time. For a second, he swears he sees his actual balance. $3.42. Then it vanishes. Dan frowns. That's impossible. He knows he has barely any money in savings, but curiosity, and perhaps the beer, pushes him further. He navigates the ATM menu and tries something reckless, transferring $200 from his credit account to the nearly empty savings account. He taps confirm. The machine whirs, then spits out his card. Transaction canceled. Nothing else. Most people would walk away. Dan almost does, but something about the glitch nags at him. He slides his card back in, selects a withdrawal from his empty savings, and waits. A soft clicking sounds inside the machine, then it spits out $200. He counts the bills twice. Real, different serial numbers. His jaw drops. A red light blinks above. Security camera. It's been watching. Dan's heart races. He stuffs the cash in his pocket and hurries back to the bar, buying a final round as if nothing happened. But his mind spins. Was it a fluke? A one-time error? He can't resist. On the way home, he returns to the ATM. Another transfer, $500. Withdrawal, $500 in his hand. Emboldened, he tries $600 next. More cash. He laughs out loud on the empty street. It feels impossible. By the time he reaches home, his wallet is stuffed, his head buzzing. A cheat code to reality. A loophole the system didn't notice. Tomorrow, alarms will sound. The bank will know. Maybe even ruin him. But tonight, with $1,300 in his pocket, Dan can't stop imagining. What if no one ever finds out? What if this glitch is just the beginning? Morning light slices through his blinds. He rolls over, groggy, half convinced he's still dreaming, but the stack of bills on the nightstand tells him otherwise. Dan wakes up convinced last night was some drunken fantasy. No way he actually pulled cash out of nowhere. But the bulging wallet on his nightstand tells a different story. $2,000 he didn't have yesterday. His stomach flips. It was real. Hands shaky, he grabs his phone and calls the bank's automated line. The robotic voice reads back his savings balance. $2,000. He exhales. The money came from somewhere, even if the system is confused. Technically, he's in the negative now, but nothing has been frozen. No warnings. No alerts. He starts sketching an idea. If the ATM lets him take money while it's offline, he can patch the hole with a fake transfer before the bank wakes up. Each night, he'll cover the previous day's negative balance with an even larger phantom transfer between 1 and 3 a.m. If the glitch keeps behaving the same way, he can loop this forever. Money out, fake money in, repeat. Wild, risky, but the kind of crazy that might actually work. There's only one way to test it. That night, he's back at the same ATM, heart pounding. At 1 a.m., he slides in his card and goes bigger. A $4,000 transfer from a credit account that doesn't even have half that limit. The ATM doesn't seem to care. It processes the transfer like nothing's wrong. Dan follows up with a $2,000 withdrawal to balance out yesterday's negative. If he's right, tomorrow his account will reflect that bogus transfer before reversing it, leaving him room to leapfrog again. And that's exactly what happens. No call from the bank, no alarms, just a larger negative balance waiting to be buried under a larger transfer. So Dan keeps going, night after night. He pushes the numbers higher. 8,000, 16,000. The cycle feeds itself. On day 12, the ATM freezes mid-transaction. His card is stuck. Dan stops breathing. 30 agonizing seconds pass before the machine releases it with a soft click. He almost collapses from the relief. Weeks later, he walks into a branch and nearly buckles when the teller casually reads his balance. Over $1 million. On paper, Dan is a millionaire. 7 figures born from a timing glitch and his nerve. He steps into the sunlight buzzing. He could clear his debts, sure, but why stop there? When you discover a money glitch no one notices, you don't go back to normal life. Dan already knows what he's going to do next, and it's far beyond paying bills. before everything caught up to him. Dan's nerves unravel. The thrill of free money has curdled into fear. Night after night, he bolts awake, visions of red and blue lights flashing through his hotel window. His hands tremble constantly. His heart races without warning. Every morning he Googles his name with arrest or fraud, searching for signs that the law has found him. When the phone rings, he snatches it, half hoping it's the end of the charade. The bank still hasn't caught on, occasionally confirming his latest outrageous expenditures. $8,000 at a luxury hotel, they ask. Yes, he admits, voice tight. By June 2011, the panic forces a reckoning. He skips the nightly transfers. His account plunges into the negative millions. He calls the bank, trembling, offering to return the money. "Sir, it's a police matter now," comes the curt reply. The silence afterward is deafening. They aren't coming yet. They're watching. Every move documented. The question isn't if, but how far the consequences will reach. 2 years pass, and still no knock at the door. Dan lives in limbo, haunted by the $1.6 million phantom loss quietly lurking in the bank's ledgers. Guilt gnaws at him relentlessly. By 2013, he can't bear the uncertainty any longer. He reaches out to a major newspaper and spills everything. The story spreads like wildfire. The bartender who hacked an ATM at midnight to live like a king. Dan even appears on national TV, explaining his scheme in detail, almost daring authorities to act. This time, they do. He's charged, finally facing the consequences of his 5-month spree. The case is bizarre, so unusual that even the judge and prosecutor struggle to follow it. Money that didn't exist, stolen by a man who never touched the system outside a tiny glitch. Dan almost laughs at their confusion. He pleads guilty, relieved to atone. His sentence, 1 year in prison, followed by 18 months of community corrections. When he returns, life is simple again. Back behind a bar, a regular recognizes him. "You are that ATM guy." Dan nods. The man hands him a $20 tip. No luxury, no easy riches, just an apron, a bar, and $20 an hour. The fever dream is over. He's learned a brutal truth about himself, and he vows never to let temptation rule him again. The money may be gone, but the lesson lasts a lifetime.